We are the real Detroit Lions fans. Thank you for clicking on the video. Please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button as well. And if you are a real Detroit Lions fan, we want to hear your feedback and we want to discuss with you that terrible, terrible officiating and obscenity that we saw on Monday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. So let's start. Let's get into it right now. We're the real Detroit Lions fans. Go One Pride. Pride.
Woo! Detroit versus everybody.
Damn straight, Detroit versus everybody. That is the mantra that we're gonna go with. And you know what? Let me just start off by saying this. I can't stand when like media analysts and like Detroit people and like everybody on Twitter, and they're like, oh, like yeah, the officiating was like off, but Detroit should have overcame those things, and it's still Detroit's game to lose and things like that. They should have let them catch up.
Pisses me off, dude.
That's why I really wanted to start with that, because that to me is not a real argument. It doesn't make any sense. We all know the ebbs and flows within an NFL game. Like everybody knows. Of course, you could say that. Of course, we made mistakes. Why didn't we not make those mistakes? Why didn't Rodgers not make mistakes? Why didn't Why doesn't Rodgers?
Why doesn't everyone play perfect?
Yeah. Of course, we have things we need to improve on and things that we didn't execute fully in the game, but that doesn't excuse critical officiating calls that alter the game that are clearly wrong. And it seems as if it's completely biased and one-sided. And I mean, we have the statistics to prove that at this point now, And I've heard a lot of people come on and defend the Lions, but I still see I still see a lot of people saying, oh, well, it's just the Lions and it's they should have done better and things. Of course we should have done better, but the officiating, that's inexcusable, and they lost us the game. The Lions were absolutely robbed of this game. And we probably wouldn't. If they didn't. There's so many calls, but specifically the one at the end that the NFL already came out and apologized for, which we knew they would. They'd come out with a hollow apology, like they always do. I'm sure. Is there a statistic for how many hollow apologies they've come out with? Because I'm sure that Lions are leading the league in that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's every year. The Calvin Johnson rule, this rule, the fucking Odell Beckham not catching the ball, they ruled it first down. Holding on us was called in a Bears game like last year, the year before. It actually was holding on the Bears, but they called it against us. Yeah. And they replayed and everything. So, dude, every freaking year, I feel like there's 2-3 games where the refs just completely screw us. And this was probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've been watching football my entire life.
Yeah. And every single year, even the 10-second runoff, the batting the ball out of the end zone against Seattle, the face mask against Aaron Rodgers when he threw the Hail Mary when he shouldn't have gotten that opportunity because it wasn't a face mask. How many times? But
they showed that highlight on the NFL and ESPN all the freaking time, and it should have never even happened.
But yeah, no, it's just numerous times every single year, once or twice a year, and it's just it disgusts me when it happens, and we just know it's coming. And especially against Green Bay, because they're just so biased towards Green Bay.
Well, let me just touch on that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I saw something this morning, because it's not just Lions fans that are going off. It's analysts. It's other NFL players. It's retired players. It's just coaches. Everyone, former coaches, not coaches now because they can't. But everyone's going off. So you're seeing all these crazy stats and shit. And it's like Green Bay is the number one team in the league for flags that are called against their opponents. Meanwhile, we are the number one team in the complete opposite aspect of that. So we get the most calls. And, dude, no team is that sloppy. They said that Trey Flowers has not had a illegal hands to the face call his entire career. His entire career of playing football, he's never had one. And you're telling me he had two in the matter of one quarter? Get out of here. Let alone they weren't even actual.
They weren't. at all.
You can tell where the bias comes from. There's teams like Green Bay, Dallas, the Patriots. They get all these extra calls, and it's like, wow, I wonder how hard it is to win 10 games a year when, I mean, you get all these extra calls and like, oh, you need help on third down, you can't convert. Oh, they still give you the opportunity to convert. We're going to throw a flag after the play or on fourth down to give you a first down. Oh, happens again. You know, like, it's not hard to win a game or score points when you have first downs that are being converted from you not even doing anything, or the refs put your opponent in a tough situation. Instead of them getting a first down, now it's 2nd and 20 or something like that on their side of the field or something. You know, like, it happens all the time, and it's not just the Lions that are getting screwed of this either. Like, this happened to Kansas City this past week with the flag. Mahomes, you know, he threw an interception into the end zone because he was like, oh, like, there's a flag, it's definitely against them.
Right.
Nope, it's not against them. No flag, whatever. Now it's an interception. And, like, the refs are constantly screwing everyone, and I think it's getting to the point where people are just, like, they've had enough.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like, you know, the refs, honestly, I think they should be investigated or fired or both, because if they're not cheating, if they don't have money in the game and they're not cheating, then they're just really bad at their jobs. Because like, there's only 2 professions that I am aware of that you can be paid to be completely and utterly wrong, and that is an NFL official and a weatherman. Those are the only 2 positions in the whole world that you're allowed to be wrong and you still get paid for it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand how you can alter a game like that. And like you said, it's 2. And you sent me a screenshot where it's like, you clear as day, their players are holding on to our players' face masks on those same plays when we get called.
On the exact play that Trey Flowers got flagged for illegal hands to face, you pan your camera over to their right tackle, and he's literally holding our defensive end by the face mask. Yeah. So, like, why is there not an offset penalty? You're
what does that tell you?
That, but you don't see that. You know, like, wow.
I mean, what is that exactly? So what does that tell you? That tells you that the refs, either intentionally or unintentionally, are looking at the Lions, trying to figure out what they can call, because it's 3rd and long. You know, they want Green Bay to get that first down, like either bias, you know, unconscious bias, or they are just intentionally biased. But they clearly are looking for the Lions to F up, and they're not even looking at Green Bay. And we already know that they hold, with TJ Lane coming over to Detroit and getting like 50 holding penalties when he never even got one in Green Bay. So we know it's like out there. We already know about it, and there's nothing we could do about it. There's nothing anybody could do about it. It's despicable. I'm calling for them to be fired. They need to be fired right now. Like, that should not be allowed. These aren't replacement refs. These are the full-time refs. Like, these guys get paid. How much do they get paid? Like hundreds of thousands of dollars, $100,000, whatever it is.
Sure, but honestly,
more than I get paid, and I'm pissed off about it.
It's one thing if it was like, man, this could go either way. But these calls are so blatantly wrong that it's like, there should be punishment. Why are they not getting suspended, or their paychecks being doctored?
Or get like fined?
You're getting fired, dude. You never hear of anything happening, and like,
never.
This happens every freaking week.
Never.
It's like, you know, not just to us, to other teams in the league, and like, that game alone took us from being in first place in the NFC North to last place because of officiating. Not because we played awful, not because Green Bay outplayed us, but because officiating took the game into their hands and screwed us repeatedly.
And of course, before anyone says it, of course we made mistakes. Of course there are things we could have done better. But like you're saying, it was officiating at the critical moments of the game that that made Green Bay. They didn't give us a chance. There's no way. It's absolutely disgusting. And I don't. Anyways. It just makes me sick. And then you also sent me another screenshot where like they had 13 men on the field on defense. Never even got brought up, never even got called. How do they let that go? But they, you know, I mean, it was so stupid of our team to have 12 people on the field during that field goal and making them get a first down, and then they ultimately got a touchdown. That was horrible. But like, the refs aren't even paying attention. There's 13 guys on that, not even like one extra, 2 extra guys on the field for Green Bay, and they didn't catch it. That just means they're looking at the Lions trying to figure out what we're doing wrong. Like, there's no way this is not biased. This is biased 1,000%. They need to be fired. Dude, I'm confident that I know the rules enough that I wouldn't fuck up this hard. Put me in the game. Give me a zebra jersey like them, and teach me the hand motions, like, oh, false start. What's the safety?
Touchdown.
I know. Yeah, touchdown. Listen, I could do it. I swear I could do it better than these guys, dude. That is horrible officiating.
I mean, okay, so we're on this track. I just want to talk about the key flags that took part in our loss.
Please.
And all right, so first off, the Tracy Walker illegal contact illegal contact to the head and neck area. What the
personal foul? Yeah,
personal foul, dude. Are you serious? Like, he played the ball, he led with his hands, and he went for the ball. He technically, they made contact, yes, but in no means was it head-on collision or anything like that. It was kind of sides and whatever. Geronimo Allison got knocked out, but how the hell is that Walker's fault because he's playing the ball?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play devil advocate on this because I know there's going to be people watching wow, these guys are such homers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so devil's advocate argument is okay, well, in real time, it was helmet to helmet. The dude got knocked out. I could see why they threw the flag. But in the end, now I'm going to go away from devil's advocate. In the end, it was a wrong call. It was a wrong call on us, and we don't get those benefits in the game. That's what makes me the most irritated. They're like, well, a better team and a better quarterback. This is what I heard today. Would have overcome these things. No, they wouldn't, because those teams don't have this shit happen to them. It doesn't happen to other teams.
Dude,
not to the extent and the frequency that it happens to the Lions.
Yeah,
it happens way too much.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, my bad, dude. When it happens to other teams, it's one call that alters the entire game, and they're like, oh my God, we lost because of the rest, blah, blah, blah. And then it's well, why didn't you come back? It was only one call. We get 5-6 calls that happen a game when it happens.
Yeah.
And we only lost by 1 point on the final drive that should have never happened, because, that's the Lions. And it's not just Lions fans. If you actually watch Lions games, you would know that we're not lying about this show or being
No. There's a montage of memes on the Lions subreddit. If you go on the Lions subreddit, oh my God. It has all of them. It lists them all out. If this happened, this is what pisses me off. The Saints, they had that egregious call in the playoffs, right? Not one person was like, well, this is the Saints' fault. Why weren't they 3 touchdowns ahead?
It's
Drew Brees. This is obviously Drew Brees' fault. No.
Sure.
But no. This happens to the Lions. Every single time this happens to the Lions, there's some dumb media guy that's never seen a Lions game, and he's like, yeah, it's typical Stafford. I mean, he's never won a playoff game. Duh. Oh my God.
It's because we have that not mentality. We have that view from other fans, other teams that's oh, same old Lions, you're trash, you never do anything, there's always hype, you never amount to anything. So it's easy to do it. But if it happened to Patriots, happens to Saints, oh my God, cost them the game. They should
we need to change the rules. Everything needs to change. We need to stop the NFL. Yeah, exactly.
But it happens to us almost weekly. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens pretty frequently, and it's it's hard to overcome that crap. And football is a mental game. So, we just lost this game. We just lost Kansas City game. Do you know what it does to players? They're going to have to come back versus the Vikings. We're literally going to have to win 6 straight to even be in the playoff contention because how the NFC is going now. Every team only has 1 loss or is undefeated or some shit. So, you're telling me that we already versed Kansas City and Green Bay. Green Bay's in our division. And we're just supposed to come back and, be all strong and whatever and beat the Vikings, then the Bears, then Dallas. Dude,
it's so demoralizing. Exactly. It's we put up such a strong game in Lambeau against a healthy Aaron Rodgers, and then oh my God, I saw people. Oh well, his wide receivers were hurt. Okay, our defense is hit. What do you mean? Tavon Wilson got knocked out during the game. Quandre Diggs didn't even play. Deshaun Hand didn't even play. Mike Daniels didn't even play. Are you serious? What are you even saying right now? Like, this is a joke. It's a joke. I can't even. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you had 3 injuries on your entire starting team, and we had 3 just from the get-go on our defense. You know, like, bro, get out of here. I don't even want to hear.
And like, why do you even care? Dude, wide receivers don't even matter in Green Bay. Dude, Aaron Rodgers puts it in their hands. Like, dude, they don't even need a good receiver. Just puts it right in their hands. Like, they're fine. They don't fucking need receivers. Yeah. And they have Jimmy Graham and Mercedes Lewis and all these other guys. Like, fucking chill. Like, dude. And Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. Like, dude, they have weapons. I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And even, like, dude, like, I think the last week or week before, Marquise St. Brown had, like, a huge game. And they're like, oh, dude, he's he's blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, is he not good now because we shut him down?
Yeah.
Like, dude,
get out here. It's just sad. But the point that we're trying to make is that, like, we put up such a strong game against Green Bay in Lambeau. How hard is that to do? You hardly see teams doing it. So dude, for somebody to come out, huh?
Sorry, his record at home was like 63-17-1, and his record away is literally dead even at 41-41. Wow. So it's huge difference, and we just beat them the last 4 games. You know, so it's like
really hard, man. so for us to be there in contention at the end, let alone with a lead, you know, and then for the refs to do that, okay, you know. I don't know if it's just me, but like when he was saying, okay, hands to the face, defense, he was so incriminating. like the dude like was like so happy to call it on defense to give Green Bay that first down both times against Trey Flowers. I was speechless. I was literally like laying on the floor, speechless. I didn't even know what to do. But whatever. At this point, like, is there anything else? Was there any other calls or anything you want to talk about for officiating? Because I just want to get away from it at this point.
I totally feel you. One of them is that Kerryon Johnson first down that they ruled a catch.
Oh my god!
It was a fumble.
Yeah.
And then they fucking reviewed it, and I was like, as soon as they said they were reviewing it, I was like, nope, it's gonna be incomplete. We're not gonna get first down. We got to punt the ball.
This is the thing. When they talk about consistency when calling stuff like this, dude, they say catch the ball, maintain possession, and make a football move, and then you have the ball. Okay, my dude had the ball in both hands, ran 2 steps, put the ball in his right hand, and then dropped it.
Wait,
that's a fumble.
When he put it into his right hand, he took another step. I watched it like 1,000 times.
That was his third step.
Yeah, he took 2 steps with it in both hands, secure. So then he's like, all right, bro, like I'm starting to run. I got to move it to my one arm. When he did that, his foot touched the ground again, and then it came loose. Dude. Anyways, officiating, yeah. So screwed us on the Marvin Jones one, screwed us on the Kerryon Johnson. That's 2 first downs. Our drive gets to continue. We get to shed time off the clock. You know, all this alters the game. There was, I think, 4 first downs that were called on either 3rd down or 4th down while the Green Bay was on offense. Were scary fucking calls. Besides the field goal one, which I get it, we messed up. Our coaches, whatever, like they put too many men on the field. But, dude, the other ones, you extended their drives. You caused them from getting a 50-yard field goal one time that, you know, Crosby could have missed to end up getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. We sack Aaron Rodgers. Now it's 4th down, not even near the field goal. And then you give them points because you just keep giving them first downs. And it's like, bro, you're telling me that this is Stafford's fault and the Lions' fault for not playing well, but yet they're getting first downs on 3rd down because the refs are giving it to them. Like, you know, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have literally Calvin Johnson, fucking Barry Sanders in his prime. You have Brady, Montana, whoever you think the best quarterback in the world is or was. I don't care who you have. You're losing those games, you know? Like, you cannot win if every time you do something right, it gets taken away.
Yeah, and the momentum shifts.
Yeah, exactly. So not only is it a sack for a loss of 10, but now from that spot before you got the sack, they're going to add 10 yards. That's a fucking 30-yard, like, difference.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, dude, no. Like, you're continuing drives, like, everything. You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care what team you're on. You get that many penalties that happen on 3rd down as a defense, I promise you're not winning the game. You know, your offense is off the field. No. So I'm done with the refs, dude. They can go fuck themselves. Every single coach. I listened to all the analysis. Everyone was livid. I was listening to SiriusXM, Bob Papa, and Chris Wise or something like that. Dude, these guys were so freaking mad, and I was so happy because they're like, I literally don't even want to talk about it. The refs are trash, like all this stuff, and they were going in and they were full on support with the Lions. I was like, yeah, you guys have been in the league, like you coached, you played, like you guys know how hard it is as a team, mentally, physically, just scheme wise, everything, to come back from that many penalties, not only called against us, but that weren't called for us. So, like, fuck the refs, dude. Detroit versus everybody.
Detroit versus everybody.
I'm done with the refs, dude.
For sure.
Oh.
Yeah. But, okay. Yeah. I mean, all right, let's move on from the refs. All right. I mean, there were some takeaways from the game that I think we need to talk about too, just from Lions improvement perspective. And it's like, dumb, stupid mistakes. Hawkinson should have caught that touchdown. He can't drop it in the end zone. Ended up being a field goal. I mean, there's not much to talk about on that play. It's just like, bro, catch your fucking balls.
He caught the ball and he let the if he would have fell ball first onto the ground, I would have got it, dude. Like, it's hard to maintain it, especially if it jars even a little. They're calling it. But dude, you fell on your back. You're like a 240-pound tight end. You fall on your back, that ball should be snug. Like, it should
cradle it in. It seemed like he had it with like one hand, then he hit his elbow, and then it popped out. Like that's what it looked like.
So, dude, that definitely hurt. So that's one of those plays where if the Lions would have executed, we could have won the game. But sure would have got fucked anyways.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Another thing is obviously we've already brought it up. The too many men on the field during a field goal, like that is completely inexcusable. Like whoever's fault that is, I don't know if that's a special teams coach, if that's Patricia's fault, or if that's just what player was it that was on the field that shouldn't have been. Like, dude, you're an idiot. You can't do that. Like that is inexcusable.
Like you're in the pros, dude. It's not
and you just stopped Aaron Rodgers in the red zone. You cannot give him another opportunity or another set of downs. Like that's so ridiculous. Another thing is like, dude, we got conservative on play calling once we got up, and I mean it's kind of hard to tell if we really got conservative because we kept getting 3 and outs. But like when you start off a drive with Carry-On or McKissick or whoever you want running up the middle and getting no gain, like you're reminding me of Jim Bob Cooter. I don't want to see that.
Nobody should be running the freaking ball every first down. I get it. If you get a couple yards, now you have a second and manageable.
I mean, we're not.
But bro, throw the freaking ball. You get the clock going. You do a little. Even if you want to do a little dump pass, cool. He shakes and bakes it a little bit. Could have a big gain, could lost the yardage, whatever. But dude, second down, third down, those should be more of your running type things to keep you balanced. Because let's say you do get an incomplete pass on first down, depending on what the defense is set up on second down, dude, if it's open, run the freaking ball. If it's not open, now you're going to probably have 2 more attempts to throw the ball. And I trust Stafford having 3 attempts to get me a first down.
Yeah.
So, like, why the hell are you running the ball? Not only is that going to not defeat, but it's going to demoralize your running backs because they're like, shit, I literally can't get more than a freaking yard. Yeah. They're running into stacked boxes. The defenses know. So, like, dude, you're like, you need to do something else. Our play action is hot too. So, like, why are you freaking doing that?
Well, just in general, like, how, like, dude, and there's no answer for this, but like, why can't we run the fucking ball, dude? Like Green Bay's defense's weakness was their run defense. So like, why can't we run it? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Is it our offensive line? Is it our offensive line scheming? What is it that's stopping us? We can't run the ball. We have a good running back, I believe, and like we have a good play caller and we're switching it up and we're doing these things and like we're aggressive sometimes. So you'd think like that would open up the run game. It's not. Like, why can't we fucking run?
Our guys are not blocking well. Like, I mean, both passing and running, I feel like they're not blocking well. The only ones doing well are Graham and Frank. And the other ones, like, they're letting pressure, they're letting the pocket collapse, they're letting the DN seal the edge, or like, fill in the gap that carry on's supposed to go in, or this, that, whatever. Or wide receivers aren't picking up blocks, whatever. I believe that Bevel, having Marshawn Lynch and Adrian Peterson, was all for running between the tackles. You got freaking beast mode and you got all day. They're downhill runners. They're going to run over people. They're going to get you the yards. Carry-on he's not that type of runner. He's more bounce it outside, dude. Let me freaking juke someone. Let me spin out, whatever. And I know our tackles are our weaknesses, but dude, like, you have to play to the strengths of your skill players. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're the ones getting you downfield. So why are you trying to run Carry-on up the middle all the damn time?
And it's not like
the ball to him or something, dude. Like, what are you doing?
And it's not like our interior offensive line is that much better at run blocking, because like, we're not getting any penetration into their secondary or anything like that. So like, what? So like, it's just not good. So I don't like that.
I know. You're telling me you can't send Galladay and Marvin Jones out left, and you pull Hawkinson out right. You have your 5 guys. Maybe you have Jesse James lined up with the linemen on the left side. Now you have a couple options, dude. I mean, you have Carry on the backfield. You fucking send it out right. Now he has the tackle, and he has Hawkinson probably lined up against a cornerback, maybe a linebacker, and that's probably a man-man situation, and I trust Hawkinson to make that block. Or you do a play-action fucking pass, and you have all 3 of the guys on the left side that are going to do like a bootleg type shit going right, Or you freaking have them go left because you have Jesse James lined up on the line, So it's like, you can do a multitude of different things, but they're not. And they're just like, well, fuck. We're going to put 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Everyone's going to be close. We're going to run it up the middle on first down. Like, where is the logic in that? And I like Bevel. I mean, he's been really creative. He had that fucking flea flicker play, which was phenomenal. I mean, then the play action, the very next drive, dude, it was like over 100 yards and 2 passes. So,
yeah. But you said said that. So listen, when we put the tight ends in there and we have the jumbo set going, and then we have like the fullback in, like, what are you telling the defense? You're obviously running. Like, I don't get, like, that's not creative to me. But I mean, I can't like rip on Bevel that hard, because like, he's done a good job so far, especially like compared to Jim Bob Cooter. But like, also, okay, so another thing on offense is like Stafford was definitely inaccurate on like 2 or 3 throws that would have given us first downs, but nothing major that I'm like worried or anything like that. Like, maybe this is his hip or back or whatever was hurting him before, or like something. But like, dude, like, it just sucks when it's this close of a game and stuff, and like, you could have had just a little bit more accurate of a throw and like gotten that first down or something extra. But I mean, can't criticize Stafford that much either, because he's really the star of our team. He's carrying the team on his damn back.
I know what you're talking about. There was one play where he threw it behind, I think, Marvin Jones, and they were like maybe 30-yard line, about to be in the red zone. And I mean, Stafford knew, dude. He was shaking his head. He was mad.
Yeah. Stafford knows every time. Yeah.
And that was the only pass that I saw personally that I was like, dude, you gotta make that throw, or at the very least, like, you had time. Wait till something gets open. But like, everything else, I felt like was going well with the passing game and stuff.
There was a couple Galladay catches that he made, or like almost made, that he like had to extend his body like to the limit. That it was like, Stafford, you could have threw that a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, like, these things aren't major. Like, he didn't do anything to like ruin the game or anything. But it's just like, Stafford, you're on point like all the time. Like, but this is a critical game. Like, we need you to be on fire like you were at the beginning of the game. And like, and then, okay, I guess on defense now, dude, okay, we punched the ball out how many times against Kansas City? Did you notice this too? Like, when we, instead of tackling in this game, we were trying to punch the ball out. Dude, like,
I'm fine with that, dude. Honestly, I think that is a great strategy, but if you're gonna punch the ball out, your other arm needs to be wrapped around them already.
Well, that's
I don't want to just see you. Yeah, I mean, I saw that a couple of times too, where they punched and then they would go for the tackle, and that's fine if you're face to face with this guy and he's not like full on sprint or something like that. Like, cool, because I think Coleman did it in the Kansas City game, and that's how he got that one fumble. But
yeah,
dude, like, I don't want to see that crap if you're gonna choose to try and punch instead of actually wrap up.
Yeah.
Because every freaking game so far, there's been a play where we don't wrap up and the guy gets a first down instead of a 1 yard gain.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the punches in general. Like, yeah, I agree. I think they're awesome, especially when they're working. But like, dude, like if you're like not wrapping up your tackle because you're trying to punch out the ball, you're a liability. Like, don't do that. It really pisses me off.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess the main positive of this is Prater is a fucking G, dude.
He was sniffing those what was it called?
Salts.
Yeah, the salts, dude, before the kicks, and I was like, yeah, baby. Like, kick it. Down the
man.
just fucking
I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, and you got like over 20 points, and I was like, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Prater.
Love it, man. So I just wanted to touch basis on something, dude. So like our defense, man, our D line, like I know we didn't have Hand. I know we didn't have Mike Daniels, you know, like, but dude, like, where the hell is the pressure? Seriously.
Where's Trey Flowers? What is he doing?
He's doing okay, but like for $90 million, he's not doing what he should be doing. And I know he's not a sack producer, but damn, bro, where the fuck are the pressures? I have not seen any drive or really any plays all season so far where we just completely destroy the pocket. The pocket is always there. These guys are chilling, and now we got to rely on our secondary, who's playing man-to-man, by the way, which is exhausting as hell, let alone hard. And it's like, dude, like, you guys need to bring more pressure. And if that's not the case, if you want to blitz 3 people, or not 3 people, if you want to just, like, rush with 3 people or rush with 4 people, send in a cornerback, because I want some speed to get in there and really, you know, get things going. Or like when Tavai was blitzing or Davis, like, I'm fine with that, dude, but like, you got to bring some speed and power into it. And these guys are playing too passive. Our defensive tackles are not putting pressure, so they're not collapsing the pocket to make them go out. Because if they're able to push the pocket in and make the quarterbacks, you know, push out, I have all the faith that Flowers is going to make that tackle. Okawara is going to make that tackle. So it's like, dude, our D tackles need to push, or our DNs or somebody needs to come around the side to push them into the pocket.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I'm wondering if that's more of a design thing, right? I don't know if you've heard that before, but like,
no.
Yeah, I've heard it. Okay.
But like, they need to execute better. Like, just
no, but I'm saying I'm thinking for quarterbacks like Mahomes and for Rodgers, I think they're more focused. Patricia's more focused on get your gaps so that Rodgers and Mahomes can't roll out. You know what I mean? So they're like, I think Patricia is putting more of a focus on getting your gap so that you can collapse the pocket slowly than to rush the passer. And
I don't like that, because for one,
I don't know though, because I think
dude, in the Kansas City game, Davis was playing quarterback spy a lot. So I know for a fact that wasn't their game plan. And with the Rodgers situation, like, bro, like, you know, like you said, their best player, Adams, isn't playing. So you're telling me, like, I don't know. Why the hell are you not stacking the box, bro? I would bring all the pressure on their running game and put all of the pressure for their wide receivers to make the plays. I trust our secondary. Secondary is playing great. Why the hell are you not blitzing more? You know what I'm saying? Like, bring the rain. You know, like, you can blitz one more person, dude. Like, if you're already playing man, like, the extra guy in the middle to watch whatever is not going to do that much. I would rather him blitz, have 5 people against 5 linemen, and let's see what happens, dude.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't agree. I don't agree, because like I was watching with somebody, doesn't matter, but like, dude, they were saying what you're saying. And like, I don't agree with guys like Mahomes and Rodgers, because I mean, honestly, like, look at the results. Like, we pretty much shut down Mahomes, and we kept Rodgers. I mean, we were shutting down Rodgers for most of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the defensive scheming was working, and even though we weren't getting sacks or whatever, like, whatever. What would we got? 1, 2 more sacks. You know what I mean? Like, 2 big plays, nice, but like, honestly, we should have got another sack anyway if we did. Well, that face mask call was what's called, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'd rather have less sacks if if you're being super resistant. You know what I mean? Like if we're being super resistant and making it super hard for them to throw the ball deep and get the big play and whatever, and making them earn every single thing they get, and slowing them down and making them, work to get any single point, like we did with Mahomes and Rodgers. I think that's been working, but you need to complement that with an aggressive offense.
Yeah.
Limit the big plays for their offenses and make them drive up the field and waste the clock. But then when our offense is on the field, our running game is not working. We're not able to run and control the clock. So do that with your defense. You're already doing it. Play aggressive on your offense. Like,
I'm all for playing aggressive, dude. All the best teams in the NFL are as aggressive as it gets. There's no passive teams making the playoffs. So with Stafford, dude, like the first quarter, we were aggressive as hell. We put up points like it was nothing. And if it wasn't for the damn slip on Stafford because the ground was like wet, and then the botched snap, like, dude, we could have scored another touchdown. So it's like, just be aggressive every time they have a 2-minute drill or they're playing hard, like in the first quarter because they want to put up points early. Like, dude, we score every freaking time. So why are you not doing that on every single drive? Because you want to limit turnovers? Bro, who the fuck cares? How many turnovers do you think you're going to get? Stafford's pretty smart with the ball. Our guys hold on to it. Like, just be aggressive. At the very least, you have to punt the ball away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and being conservative is not working. It's not working. Like, it's time to adjust and to just ball. It's time to ball. Like, I want to see Stafford ball. Give him the ball. Let him throw it 50 times. Let him throw it more. Like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you're doing well in the passing game and you're continuously getting first downs, dude, you can throw in a run play here and there because of the fact that the drives are continuing instead of 3 and out. 5 plays, got to punt the ball. Dude, if you can throw the ball, like we've never been a run the ball first and that will set up the pass. We're still not that team. Like, fucking throw the ball to set up the run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's just dumb. And especially with play action working so great as it is. Like, dude, like, throw the ball until they finally are like, damn, like, we actually need to pull some people out of the box and, like, guard these wide receivers. Then you run the ball. Isn't that complicated?
There you go. Like, that seems to be not what we're doing is like throw, and then we're gonna run. And like they know that that's coming, so they just keep stacking the box, waiting for us to run. And then once we run, it's a no gain, and then we're in trouble. But all right. Well, at the end of the day, listen, like all these media people, everybody can say they all feel for the Lions and they feel bad and whatever. But at the end of the season, I promise you one thing, they're never going to remember this. They're not going to care about the officiating. They're going to look at our record, and that's it. It's just a number. So whatever, Detroit versus everybody, that's it. We lost. Move on to the Vikings. I mean, honestly, like, let's just go over the Vikings in 5 minutes and whatever, because Chicago had a bye week. There's nothing to talk about there. Okay, so the Vikings put the beat down on the Eagles, man. They just destroyed them. And Stephon Diggs finally got the ball. Thielen got the ball. Like, Kirk Cousins was chucking it and showing, why he got all that money and shutting haters up and all that good stuff, So how do you feel about going up against the Vikings? And then go ahead.
Dude, I mean, after these last 2 losses, I'm happy it's a home game because I'm hoping that the fans are about to bring their fucking their lungs to the game, dude. I want the shit to be loud. It's home. After this last loss, I want people to go nuts. Anyways, dude, the Vikings, like I've said, they haven't played that great or whatever, but like their last game was a dominant win. I mean, Stephon Diggs almost had 4 touchdowns. If it wasn't for a holding call, he would have had 4 touchdowns. Adam Thielen could have had 2 touchdowns. One of them, he barely didn't get his second foot in. Their run game, you have Dalvin Cook, dude. Dalvin Cook's still a beast. Even their backup running back is running well. Not to mention that their freaking defense is still really good, dude. They have so many playmakers, So, like, if they keep playing how they've played the last 2 games, I mean, it's going to be hard, dude. It's going to be really hard. And this is In terms of matchups for our secondary, this is the hardest one. I mean, Diggs and Thielen are probably one of the best duos in the NFL, let alone like it's a division game. We're going to have our hands cut out for us, especially with the last 2 losses. I'm hoping our guys bounce back mentally and come out angry. Like, I want them to play angry. I don't want them to play just, it's another game, whatever. Like, I want them to come out as if they were playing the Packers again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rematch because I want them to be fucking mad. Like, how do you not get mad from being screwed? Like, they need to be aggressive. Like you said, offensively, I don't care, dude. Like, you're worried about turnovers. You want to manage the clock. Cool. Like, yeah, if you manage the clock, you're going to win the game type crap, whatever. But, like, dude, why are you trying to limit mistakes? Like, good offenses take risks to put up points. If you put up 40 points and you had 1,000 mistakes, you probably are still going to win the game because you put up 40 points. You put up 30 points, you're probably going to win the game. Like, dude, Stafford has shown all season so far, he can make the throws. Our guys are catching the majority of the passes, not like years past where they're dropping passes left and right. Our running backs are making big plays here and there. Like, our defense is playing well. So to win against Minnesota, we're going to have to play really good ball defensively, and we're going to have to get in Kirk Cousins' head and make them have to beat us on the ground game or defensively or something. And, if we put up enough points early on like we did in this game, they'll probably have to rely on Kirk Cousins to make the throws. And I trust Slay shutting down a wide receiver, and Justin Coleman and Melvin coming in, and hopefully Diggs is back. Tracy Walker's a freaking beast. Like, I trust our team to do well. We have the pieces. They're a very good team. I think we're a very good team. If the refs don't come into play, I think we have a good chance. I just think that they need to stop shooting their own foot and just fucking go out and play, dude. Like, show the NFL, show the Vikings, show the Lions fans, like, who you guys are. Like, you guys can throw the ball. We ran against Kansas City. Just bring it all together, dude. Just be aggressive. Play to your strengths, and I think they can win the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you wrapped it up really well. I think, I just agree with everything that you said. It's going to be difficult because I think that the momentum's in their favor. After Kirk Cousins has such a dominant game, they're on the upswing, and we we lost a hard game against Kansas City, like you said, and then we spent 2 weeks preparing for this Green Bay game, and to just get to lose to the refs, it's just like, it's so demoralizing, like we've been saying, and like, oh man, like, it's gonna be hard to get that to get their spirits up. Like, I don't. Yeah.
Not to mention, if we do lose this game, it's
over.
I mean, you're fucked. Honestly, you have 2 wins, you have a tie, you would have 3 losses, 2 of them in your own division.
Yeah,
we're screwed. The season's over.
It's
and
over.
Like, to lose that early is rough. You're not gonna be able to go tell your team, like, yeah, let's play to win, blah blah blah. Like, they're not gonna want to, because what's the point of trying if you keep losing?
Yeah, what am I gonna play my ass off and get injured just so this team could not make the playoffs? Are you kidding me, dude?
Right.
And I wouldn't even blame them at that point. It's just like, fuck, man.
It's rough. It's rough. I do want to touch bases on something though. So we talked in the past about Jalen Ramsey in the trade.
Oh yeah.
News broke: 2 first rounds and a 4th rounder for Jalen Ramsey to the Rams of all teams. I want to see what you think, because they also traded Marcus Peters before they got Ramsey. So what do you think about what they gave to get a Jalen Ramsey at cornerback?
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty clear that I would never give 2 first-round picks for anybody really, except for somebody like, Aaron Donald or something like that, just because he can affect the game every single play. And I don't think there's another player in the league like him. And I think for the value that he's getting paid, he's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for somebody like Jalen Ramsey, you're going to spend 2 first-round picks, and then you're going to pay him a bajillion dollars. Like, the value is not there. You could spend that money on somebody else and then still have 2 first-round picks where, yeah, like, it's, it's a question mark whether they're going to hit or not. But, like, I mean, first round, it's much more likely to hit than the other rounds. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about talent that can come day one and start, and you could be on a cheap deal for up to 5 years. You know what I mean? I just completely disagree with it, and I think it's a big mistake by them. They don't have a first-round pick now for the next 5 years. 5 seasons without a first-round pick. Like, if they don't win the Super Bowl this year or maybe next year, then they're going to look like the dumbest franchise ever. But I mean, what? So do you think it was a good thing by them or no to get Ramsey?
Dude, with their team, I personally would never trade a first-round pick for someone unless it was like a beast. So like Ramsey, I would take for 1 first-round pick. He's young, he's in his prime, whatever. But 2 first-round picks, and you got rid of Marcus Peters on top of that. Like, how much did you really upgrade with losing 2 first-round picks?
Yeah.
So I personally would never have done that. But also, like, you look at their team, and they're loaded. I probably would have took someone on the D line to maybe get things going better, like for them, because they allow too many points, and I don't think it's always secondary. I believe in the D line can manage the game and whatever and blah blah blah. But like for them, it might work because of how much talent they have, but I don't think a cornerback is really what they needed, let alone you traded Marcus Peters to get him. So
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be like that much like better for their defense with Ramsey than Peters. And Aqib Talib, I think, just got injured. He went to IR. So honestly, like, I think it was dumb.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. That's all we have for you guys today. Don't beat yourself up too much if you're that depressed about the refs. They do this every year. Who cares? Detroit versus everybody. We got your back. We're your Lions therapy after the game. If you're a real Detroit Lions fan, why don't you hit subscribe? We want you to hit the like button as well. And leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the refs, how shitty they are. What should we do to combat the refs? What should the NFL do? Or do you think the Lions lost this game themselves? Do you think it's Stafford? What do you think it is? Or do you agree with some of the media guys? Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, let us know what you think about the Jalen Ramsey trade. And finally, let us know what you think is going to happen next week against the Vikings. We need the home crowd to show out. So let's go. All right, one pride. Go Lions. All right, man. That was a good show.
Dude, I literally didn't sleep last night. Like, straight the fuck up. Like, I got home at, like, midnight. I had to wake up at, like, 5:30. I woke up so many times because I was so upset about this damn game, bro. I literally I would, like, think about it while I was dreaming and wake up because of how mad I was and shit. And I would wake up and I would legit be angry. And then I would be angry because also, like, I'm losing sleep and now I'm tired of shit. I legit, like, it makes me not want to watch the damn game, and I love the Lions. I'll always root for the Lions, but, like, man, when this shit happens all the time, and it's always to us, more than other people. Like, yeah, other people get it here and there, but damn, bro, it's always to us. That shit just hurts, bro. Like I know we were talking about mentally for the players, like, it's hard to come back after a loss like that, whatever, but, like, being a fucking fan, like a real fan, bro, this shit is like, oh my God, like, I need help. Like,
for real. I want to put this in the podcast.
Bro, put whatever the you want, all right? This is the truth. This is the motherfucking truth. Like, I'm mad, bro, and, like, this shit is depressing. It's upsetting, like, dude, you can only be, like, this is why our fan base is so bad, because this shit happens all the time. And now it's gotten to a point where it's so standard to just be like, oh, same old Lions. That's why they cheer that shit at the games, because this is the same shit that happens all the time, but it's now considered to be us not playing well, us not executing, us whatever. But it's like, bro, fuck that, okay? You cannot beat the refs. I don't care who you are.